and connect him. And I'm like, bro, I'm not afraid of you. He ignites me. I don't care. I took my flash proc, did my another proc. Graves comes. I flash the hell out. Graves, can we get the... Yeah, of course we can get the jinx because your boy is a god right here. We can get a thing or two, get kills. It doesn't matter तुम्हारे सामने मास्टर है, ग्रैंड मास्टर है, जो भी है. If you're confident with your champion and you know how to push your abilities to the maximum, then I think Fiora is one of the best Baron laners to play. Hey guys, welcome to another Wild Rift video. Not a live stream this time. This time is actually going to be a video recording of me playing Fiora, and I'm going to show you how you guys can also use Fiora to help climb up the ladder as well, right? So this is a different kind of series जो मैं भी करने वाला हूँ, जहाँ पे I will try to cover more educational content for you guys with the champions that I play, show over the items, the rune builds, the default builds वो champion में जाते हैं, and through some of my own gameplay videos explain to you the thought process of how I play Fiora, and maybe there's a thing or two that you can learn from that video and use that to climb the ladder as well, right? So this is a new series of videos that I will be starting to do, जहाँ पे मैं अपने खुद के रैंक गेम प्लेस, whether it's my main account or my smurf account, I will show the gameplay of those games and I will talk कि मैंने कैसे वो गेम खेला, क्या गलत हुआ, क्या चीज़ें सही हुई, क्या पावर है चैंपियन पिक्स का, स्पेशली जो मेटा पिक्स है करंटली बैरन लेन के अंदर. दैट इज व्हाट वी विल बी लुकिंग टू कवर, राइट? सो आई विल बी डूइंग अ लॉट ऑफ दिस काइंड ऑफ वीडियोस. सो इफ यू आर इंटरेस्टेड टू लर्न मोर अबाउट हाउ टू प्ले बैरन लेन, then do let me know after the video if you liked it and if you'd like to see more. But the first thing we'd like to do when we get started is Fiora's item guides and rune builds. So the basic thing is that Fiora, unlike a few other Baron laners, right, जिनका मैं बोल सकता हूँ आइटमाइजेशन काफ़ी डिपेंडेबल नहीं होता, डिपेंडेंसी होती है. फॉर एग्जांपल एनिमी में क्या, कौन स्ट्रॉन्ग है, कौन खेल रहा है, राइट? फियोरा काइंडा एडहियर्स टू वेरी स्टेबल बिल्ड, एटलीस्ट फॉर द फर्स्ट 2 आइटम्स जो फियोरा बिल्ड करती है, राइट? आई वुड से लाइक दोज आर हर कोर आइटम्स. हर चैंपियन का 1 या 2 एटलीस्ट कोर आइटम होता है. मैंने से कोर आइटम की यार वो चैंपियन पे ये आइटम तो बनना ज़रूरी ही है. एंड फॉर मी लाइक दोज 2 कोर आइटम्स आर वेरी स्पेसिफिकली गोइंग टू बी ट्रिनिटी फोर्स एज वेल एज ब्लेड ऑफ द रोइंग किंग, राइट? तो अगर आइटमाइजेशन में देखे जाए तो दिस इज व्हाट kind of an item build that I end up going. Now why do I go Trinity Force? Trinity Force bruiser champions पे बहुत ही staple item होता है because आप उनके stats देखोगे, right? Health देता है, damage देता है, attack speed देता है और ability haste देता है, right? It has everything that a bruiser would want. Plus उसके 2 passives है, एक है spell blade जो एक ability मारने के बाद दूसरे auto attack को enhance करता है, और दूसरा वो है जो rage है basically, right? बेसिकली अगर आपने ऑटो अटैक किया तो यू गेट अ लिटिल बिट ऑफ मूवमेंट स्पीड, तो आपको स्टिक करने के लिए काफ़ी काम आता है. तो हर बूस्टर पे ट्रिनिटी फोर्स इज क्वाइट स्टेबल. और सेकंड इज ऑब्वियसली गोइंग टू बी ब्लेड ऑफ द रूइंग किंग, मोस्टली बिकॉज उसको पहला बात तो फिजिकल वैम्प देता है जो बेसिकली इज लाइफ स्टील, विच इज़ वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट बिकॉज फियोरा जो एक ड्यूरिक वैम्पायरिक ड्यूलिस्ट बोल सकते हैं इसको, उसमें हीलिंग भी काफ़ी इन्वॉल्व होता है, उसके पैसिव के थ्रू भी उसको काफ़ी हीलिंग मिल जाती है. सो यही हीलिंग उस पर एम्पलीफाई होता है. प्लस फियोरा के साथ जो परसेंट हेल्थ ऑन हिट डैमेज है, आप रूइन स्ट्राइक्स अगर पढ़ के देखोगे, राइट, तो अटैक्स बेसिकली डिड 6% ऑफ द एनिमीज करंट हेल्थ. तो ये टैंक से अगेंस्ट ये आइटम काफ़ी स्ट्रॉन्ग है और जनरली बैरन में आजकल टैंक मेटा काफ़ी चल रहा है. ग्रैकिस, गैरेन, रेनेक्टिन के अगेंस्ट भी वेरी गुड. प्लस इसका जो एक्टिव एबिलिटी पैसिव एबिलिटी ड्रेन जो है, राइट, तीसरा ऑटो अटैक में बंदा को स्लो करता है, राइट? और ब्रूजर्स को चाहिए क्या, स्टिकीनेस. उस तरीके से फियोरा के पास ये 2 आइटम आ जाते हैं, राइट? सो एट 2 आइटम्स ऑनेस्टली I can't think of a lot of champions that can 1v1 her in that current meta, right? Even at Trinity Force उसका power spike काफ़ी strong होता है, but if for some reason you are ahead in the game, you get both these items, तो mostly आपके लिए ये game GG हो चुका है. उसके बाद I personally prefer going vampiric gluttonous greaves. Now here I would say itemization situational है. Some people go for mercury treads जो बेसिकली आर्मर मैजिक रेजिस्ट, और जिसके एनिमी में अगर बहुत सारे स्लोज है, स्टन्स है, स्नेयर्स है, तो उसके अगेंस्ट मर्क्यूरी ट्रेड्स अच्छा बिकॉज वो टेनासिटी देता है. द अदर थिंग यू कैन गो इज ऑब्वियसली प्लेटेड स्टील कैप्स जो बेसिकली बंदे एनिमी के ऑटो टैक्स का 15% डैमेज रिड्यूस करता है. लेट्स से अगर कोई एनिमी ने 1500 का क्रेट मारा आपको, तो बेसिकली जैसे 1000 का डैमेज का क्रेट मारा, राइट? सो यू एंड अप जस्ट टेकिंग 850 डैमेज बिकॉज 15% प्लेटेड स्टील कैप्स ब्लॉक करता है. तो प्लेटेड स्टील कैप्स इज वेरी गुड अगेंस्ट फिजिकल ऑटो अटैक डैमेज चैंपियंस and also really good against marksmen. But if the enemy has a Ziggs or someone like a Lux or Leona जिसमें बहुत सारा CC है, right? तो preferably people can go Mercury Trails. Now आपका भाई goes neither of them because I am too confident on playing Fiora, so I know that I can dodge the CC and I just need lifesteal because that is what I work on, right? So I pump up double on my lifesteal, इसलिए मैं जाता हूँ ग्लटनस ग्रीव्स बिकॉज सी यार फियोरा खेलना है ना, तो लाइक थोड़ा कॉन्फिडेंस लेके खेलना है, जोश लेके खेलना है, राइट? अगर आप जोश लेके फियोरा नहीं खेलोगे तो फिर बट ठीक है, देयर इज नो रॉन्ग, देयर इज नो हार्म एंड फाउल है, यहाँ पे आप मर्क्यूरी ट्रेड्स या प्लेटेड शील्ड का भी जा सकते हो. इसके बाद वाला आइटमाइजेशन ऑनेस्टली दिस इज वेयर इट गेट्स सिचुएशनल. नाउ sometimes you can go defensive like a GA. I personally prefer getting dead stance because again उसको burst से बचाता है, cooldown ability haste और देता है, राइट. ये 15 ability haste, ये 25 ability haste, 40 ability है. जब फियोरा पे आता है उसके cooldowns बहुत लो होते हैं. उसका जो पहला ability lunge है जो एक dash करता है, that actually is super low once you get this item as well. Plus जो 30% damage taken is instead dealt as a bleed effect, allows me to lifesteal the damage back, right. So if someone does a lot of damage, it helps. Recently I've been going dead stance a lot. I used to pehle go Sterak's Cage. I just feel dead stance is better. Now you can go both as well, so that basically makes you super unkillable because Sterak's ke sath it's just even better. And the last item you can go GA just for the survivability. So this is essentially the item guides. Runes mein very important on Fiora to go grasp. Grasp, the thing is, like, you can go Conqueror also into lanes up easy, alright, but there is a unique interaction with Fiora's Pella ability lunge and the gas that it makes her a very potent threat in lane, right. Fiora का जो domination है is mostly because of grasp and her lunge combination. Now grasp क्या करता है, every 4 seconds अगर आप combat में हो, now this combat can mean even if you're auto attacking a minion, right, and आप 3 seconds रुकते हो उसके बाद you are in technically combat. दो auto मारे हो 2 seconds, in 4 seconds you get the grasp proc, then the next auto attack you hit somebody, it procs grasp. Now Fiora's Pella ability, right, first ability, while it dashes, it also applies on hit effects. Now on hit effect क्या होता है, on hit effect is basically any effect that would be applied by auto attacking is called an on hit effect. So basically her lunge also acts like an on hit effect, right. So यहाँ पे क्या है, when you hit a champion, right, you basically heal for 2% of your max health, which is little bit of a healing. It increases the health. That is not the issue. The best thing, that's not the issue. So like, whoop, this is not the reason to take it. The third line, if you can read, bonus damage 4% of your max health dealt as magic damage. So the more HP you have, it just pokes does a lot of damage. Sustain मिलता है, enemy को damage मिलता है, proc करना काफ़ी आसान होता है पहले ability के साथ. This is a very standard keystone that you go on Grasp of the Undying on Fiora. और ये honestly I would highly recommend कि यही जाओ. Certain cases पे if you want, if you're feeling very confident, you can go for what do you want to call it, the Conqueror one. But I still would just suggest Grasp of the Undying Elo. Maybe against Caesar matchups you can go Conqueror, but I just feel Grasp के साथ जो heal, poke, sustain मिलता है, right, it's very hard to deal with, right. Second ability देखा जाए तो would be Brutal. Now यहाँ पे you can make cases, you know, you want to play for the absolute late game, Gathering Storm ले लो, because Gathering Storm जितना लंबा game चलता है उतना ज़्यादा इसको attack damage मिलता है, which obviously Fiora के game में Fiora is a late game monster, तो Fiora को तो problem नहीं late game जाएगी, but I prefer taking Brutal because early game में Brutal सबसे strongest है, राइट. मेरे पास एनीवेज मैं वैम्पायरिज्म ही लेता नहीं हूँ बिकॉज आई एनीवेज हैव लाइफ स्टील कमिंग इन थ्रू माई बूट्स, माई आइटम्स, तो आई डोंट गो वैम्पायर, आई जस्ट गो ब्रूटल एंड आई फील लाइक दैट्स माई पर्सनल चॉइस, बट यू कैन गो any of these and you wouldn't technically be wrong, but generally go Brutal, Gathering Storm या Hunter में से एक, right. The third rune after Bone Plating आ गया तो भाई you just take Bone Plating. Now there are reasons for you to take Second Wind also, depends on कि तुम्हें enemy कितना damage करता है. Let's say you know गैरन जैसा कोई चैंपियन, रेवन जैसा कोई चैंपियन है तो 100% बोन प्लेटिंग लो, बिकॉज बोन प्लेटिंग क्या करता है, राइट, इनिशियल एक डैमेज पड़ने का जो नेक्स्ट 3 ऑटो अटैक से एबिलिटीज होते हैं वो रिड्यूस डैमेज करते हैं. अगर इसका पोक पैटर्न ऐसा है कि वो सिर्फ एक बार मार के तुम्हें बैक हो रहा है तो बोन प्लेटिंग इज नॉट यूजफुल. पर अगर और बंदे का ऐसा ट्रेड पैटर्न कि वो एक से ज़्यादा बार तुम्हें मारेगा फॉर killing you, then I think bone plating is the best, right. In that case जहाँ पे एक ही ability मार रहा है, let's say कैनन से क्यू पोक कर रहा है या सामने कोई मेज आ गया जो ग्रैगल्स पे क्यू फेंक रहा है, राइट, तुम्हें, तो वो सब केसेस पे आई वुड से सेकंड विंड इज एक्चुअली बेटर बिकॉज वो बोन प्लेटिंग का पॉइंट ही नहीं होगा, वो प्रॉक ही नहीं होगा उसके बाद. तो सेकंड विंड क्या है, जब भी तुम डैमेज लेते हो तुम हील कर देते हो, राइट. सो इट इज वेरी गुड टू गो. द लास्ट आइटम नाउ, एज मच एज आई वुड वांट टू टेक स्वीट टूथ हियर, अनफॉर्चुनेटली क्या हो रहा है, राइट, आई एम फाइंडिंग सम केसेस पे मैं आई एम गेटिंग वेरी लो ऑन माना, एंड अगर आपको ब्लू बफ नहीं मिलता विच इज़ गोइंग टू बी वेरी हार्ड, आई डोंट थिंक इट्स पॉसिबल फॉर अस टू यू नो माना, यू विल लर्न माना वेरी सून. एंड जब से ट्राइफोर्स से भी हटा दिया है माना, राइट, इट्स नॉट अ ग्रेट ऑप्शन एनी मोर. सो माना फ्लो ब्लैंड जस्ट टू गिव हिम द माना, अदरवाइज आई वुड डेफिनेटली गो स्वीट टूथ बिकॉज यू नो यू गेट हनी फ्रूट एंड ऑल दीज थिंग्स, बट जनरली माना फ्लो ब्लैंड टू मेक श्योर दैट शी स्टिक्स आउट द माना. समनर स्पेल्स देखा जाए तो ऑब्वियसली स्टैंडर्ड फ्लैश इग्नाइट, यू प्ले टू किल, यू डोंट गो बैरियर, यू डोंट गो हील, यू डोंट गो एग्जॉस्ट, you play to kill, you go flash ignite because that's how you play Fiora. If you want to play Fiora, number one tip of playing Fiora, don't play scared. Don't play like a pussycat. Play like a strong lion who wants to go in and kill, because otherwise there's no point to playing this champion, right? You need to be aggressive, you need to make these things happen, and I will show you in my gameplay what I mean by being aggressive. Because तेरा भाई अंधा खेलता है, like अंधा aggressive खेलता है कभी, maybe too aggressive to the point where I think I'm making mistakes, but that helps me learn better, right? So this concludes the runes, items, and summoner spells guides. Now let's get back into some gameplay for you guys. Alright guys, so gameplay is going to be happening. Just to show you guys who I was against, this is a recap of the game. The guy I'm against is going to be a Renekton matchup, which I would say is favorite to me, but this guy is Grandmaster. I am Diamond 3 in this account. I didn't even know he was Grandmaster. I was like, Renekton hai, manna hai. So you can see in the loading screen already, as the game starts, we have a comp that doesn't really 5v5 that well, because frontline nahi hai, but then we have some picks in assassins, and solo queue honestly other time pe to log soch ke nahi karte. They generally just go ahead and make their comms happen and things like that, right? So basically let's get started. I'm going to show it from my fog over POV only, so that you guys don't see what is there. And in fact मैं actually कुछ नहीं हालत change करने वाला. I'm going to show you my perspective. So generally what I do in lane, right, I try to get a ward on the tribe rush at around 20 seconds. This is like a general time कि आपको करना पड़ता है. Now the first thing I see is like, okay, there's a Garen, there's a Graves, there's a Renekton. Renekton starts, सीधा stuns me. I'm like, break, like pausing right here. Two things, right? Renekton stun is on an absurdly high cooldown, right? पहले बात तो Renekton पे you start the first ability, which is his Q. Now if I go here just for a second, it's a 10-second cooldown. I know for the next 10 seconds he does not have it. What does Fiora have? A cooldown, a lunge, which is every 5 seconds. That means I can keep landing this more than once, right? So I was like, the moment उसने मेरे पे चढ़ गया, right? I was like, bro, तू क्या कर रहा है? तो मैं फ्योरा हूँ, तू रेनेक्टन है, तूने शन यूज़ कर लिया, तू यूजलेस है, तू सिर्फ वाटर अटैक करेगा, मैं लंच करता रहूँगा. प्लस मेरे पास वाइटल प्रॉक्स है जो और डैमेज करते हैं, और मैंने ऑलरेडी इग्नाइट मार दिया है. इफ़ यू नोटिस तेरा भाई अंधा है, लाइक आई इग्नाइट बिकॉज आई वॉन्ट टू शो इन द अर्ली गेम दैट डोंट मेस विद मी, right? Generally, and I know Graves is there, but think of it this way, right? If the Graves is there, all I'm doing is wasting Graves' time, because see, यहाँ पे my ladder of Graves comes, I'll flash the fuck out of it, I'll be fine, right? And I know that Graves, like most junglers, are just greedy. They want to do their buff. He's probably gone to his buff. So what happens is, this is a 1v1 between me and Renekton, and I'm like, bro, I'm not afraid of you. He ignites me, I don't care. I did my flash proc, did my another proc. Graves comes, I flash the hell out. Graves actually came for me, I don't care. I get flushed, but I run away. That's how you play Fiora, right? This is the reason why I chose this game, because I feel if you don't play aggressive and you don't assert dominance, you will not be able to completely use Fiora to her full extent, right? So a great start for me. I get some gold for myself. I come back with an attack speed item, because why the hell not? Doing well in this case. Wave will come to me because Renekton came to lane first. Chill hai, I have a good start, and I'm just looking to play safe for now. Get to my level 2, because now there's a level disparity. Level 2 पे Renekton obviously has his stun, and now he has his first ability. So I'm looking to play the game safe. Meanwhile, the thing that I do a lot is whenever I'm taking farm, right, मेरा आधा आँख ना उधर होता है मिनी मैप पे. So very important thing as Baron laners, as any champion that you're playing, map awareness is the most important thing. Here, now I notice that Renekton is missing. I thought he's going to go for the Kazakhs, but he doesn't. But and if you look at the time in the game, right, 125 seconds, I know that Scuttle is up. I want to contest the Scuttle. So I'm gonna just be like, you know what, take this wave and probably go for the Scuttle, because I think Graves needs it. But I realized that I think he's getting it for now, shouldn't be an issue. So I wanted to get this cannon. Thoda greed hua, then I decided to chill for it. Renekton decides to stun me. I read him like a fucking book right here. And look at this trade. Like, this is what I'm saying with Fiora, right? Insane minion waves. If you can predict Renekton stun, you can literally win out the trade. He is like, he just came back to lane. He's already 20% HP. Now I see Graves trying to do the Scuttle. There is a ward out there. As much as I want to fight, you know, it doesn't make sense. I'm gonna wait. Plus I know that since Grave is hovering on my side, I need to play a little safe. So I'm just looking to farm out, get my procs, and this time he does land the stun, so I have to be a little safe. He does use ignite as well. I am going to be in trouble, but then again I look to back away. He flashes. So this time I did not land my riposte exactly predicted, but still I ended up winning the trade because I was able to use my grass props with my first ability. Like I told you, very OP. This Graves is super thirsty. You know, level 1 pe he couldn't kill me. He came again. he knows I'm playing aggressive. He wants to kill me, but I'm also not dumb. Like, I know he's there. I'm playing my champion to the limit. Now, obviously, when you're new to Fiora, you might not be able to play to the limit as such. But know that कि तुम ये चीजें कर सकते हो. And by the way, just like मुझे ये पता नहीं था while I was playing, because in the loading screen I was doing something else. I had no idea that there were 2 grandmasters masters in my team, and there was 2 grandmasters at that time that Renekton was grandmaster in the enemy team. And I'm just chilling in my D3 game and thinking, हाँ solo है, खेलते ऐसी है, में क्या फर्क पड़ता है, all these kind of things, right? So chill up. Now I'm coming, like, I'm a little bit happy with how the game is going. If you look at the goal lead, right, I'm 2500 to Renekton's 2200 or sorts. So I do have a kill, but that kill gold is, you know, not really translating into a big lead as of yet. Now this guy does a very good trade. You see the bush से आके मेरे को मार देता है, and he has Bramble Vest already, I think. Does he? No, he has anti item, so he's pretty good on that. And I'm like, you know what, well played, because he came and surprised me. See the bush ke maar I couldn't do it, so I gave him the respect. I backed off. But this is what you can do, right? Surprise a Fiora, right? When you surprise a Fiora, there is less chance that Fiora apna riposte use kar sakti hai, right? And that's where you can capitalize and get some kills. Now I am still looking to be good. Now my thought here is like, do I go for the dragon or not go for the dragon? ये एक बहुत important question Fiora पे भी आता है. Like, do you generally go for the dragon or do you let it not? But at this time, Bloodthirst number 3, flash the hell out, chill the hell out, run away. Kha'Zix is trying to get some kills on that side. He's invisibilating, he's trying to get the kill, he gets the kill, and life is good. And then Renekton tries to ult. I'm like, let's go pop his ult as well, riposte at the same time, and I barely get the kill, but it's still worth it because we get a 2 for 1 at the end of the day. Guys, these guys are like thirsty यार, इतना क्या भूख लग रहा है. Like, I know like Fiora is whatever, but again, like, this is probably my bad. I could have just backed right here, but I, you know, I have this thing of wanting to clear the wave all the time. तो मैं नहीं कर पाया. Should have probably backed right there, but again, you know, that's 2 for 2 still at the end of the day. Not a bad trade for me because I get my Trinity Force already, right? I'm looking pretty good right now. Like, and the fact that Renekton made a pitch stop for Executioner's calling means uska black cleaver khatam nahi hua. So I'm at a better power spike than him at this point. And I saw Renekton top. I'm like, you know what, fight. Because by the time he comes and tries to push it, I made the judgment call. Recently, I'm trying to roam more as a Fiora because I feel like अगर तुम team fight early जीत जाते हो, that gives morale boost enough. And you can see me here already. Secure the dragon. I see the Akali just launch. See my impact in the team fight already. Just by me being there, our team is able to secure the dragon and they're able to also get 1 kill. Now, can we get the... Yeah, of course we can get the jinx because your boy is a god right here. We get 2 kills, we get dragon, Renekton's late on the roam, and Renekton is trying to clean up scraps at this point, but he can't do much about it. And now we are going to dive the graves as well. So that's an insane 3 kills that we get along with the dragon, and I see an opportunity guys. And this is what you also should have, कि हमेशा objective level gameplay खेला करो, right? So you get a dragon, what is the next thing you can do? I saw an option to take 1 plate, I took it. I'm trying to greed for 1 more plate. I don't know if I get it. I almost could, but then the stupid Janna shielded. So I'm like, ठीक है चलेगा. So right now I'm in a good spot. I get myself an assist, another kill right here. And Renekton is doing well too because Renekton is getting some solo XP, but I at this point, like, I'm just caring about myself and helping my team out, right? Abhi kya situation is called for a swap. Now here, for some reason, I decide to not swap because I don't know why. Very good question. I think that the thing here was that I wanted to fight for Scuttle because I felt very strong. I had 3 kills of the 8 kills, so I'm like, you know what, there's no need to swap. I will be the one trying to fight Scuttle. And here I think we just go 4-man and just get Scuttle here itself. Now ideally I could have gone bot, but I think I just wanted to fight for the top lane tower, so it's fine. Regardless of that, we get the Rift Herald. I think we lose bot lane tower in the process. So yeah, this is one thing that I think I could have done better. Maybe, yeah, I should have probably gone for the bot lane, but never mind. We see a Jinx alone. We're like, you know what, try to dive her, but I think this goes very horribly because my call is like force a dive, and you know, we just end up ending right here. So some bits of bad plays, I would say. Meanwhile, the team is trying to salvage the situation, but 2 of us die in the process. Mid also ends up dying. So this is like solo queue stories, guys. Ends up happening right here. People end up dying. Suddenly we are like 4 deaths and everyone's wondering what just went wrong. Why did we do this? So sometimes you get extra. वो थोड़ा extra should be reduced if possible. Obviously no game is perfect by any means, but this is one situation where I think we could have done a lot more that we did. Regardless though, I end up going to bot lane. I see the Renekton is still not yet taken out the tower. I'm like, ठीक है, this is my opportunity to go fight him. The Braum sees me as well. The Braum are like, let's go, hand in hand. He uses the stun onto the tower because he wants to take the tower as well. Too late on this point. I get another kill. So I'm in a great spot. Again, I get back another kill. I end up losing the tower, but you know, it's just hoga, but I'll be able to get a tower back as well. So far so good, but the fight in the middle is, I think, all of us making a mistake. The Kazakhs calling for the dive, the Brom jumping in, but then I know that I'm strong, I can still carry. And here, like, I'm just playing for lunch procs. Tum dekh rahe ho? That's how you just play. Go in, go out, go in, go out. And yahan pe he almost died, but unfortunately he wasn't there. So you look at how I'm playing, right? Every time my grass proc is up, I'm going for a lunge, I'm going in. Every time grass proc is up, going for that. Thankfully, Kazakhs gets the cleanup. We get the top tower as well. So things are looking good for us. Again, हमारा goldie top is आ गया है. Now here I know there's a fight happening. I want to take the longer route, not the shorter route. And just again, play on your procs, keep distance. At this point, Renekton's in front of my face. I'm like, bro, what the hell are you doing? Just get a kill onto him. But I missed my lunge. It doesn't matter. We get a prepost onto the Jinx. I want to go in, but like, you know what? It's okay. Little back. Smaller trays low, get it. Because what this means is once we kill the Renekton, we have mid lane priority. Akali's top. So far looking very good. And just like with Fiora, right, you see how proactively मैं जा रहा हूँ. I'm trying to make plays happen, and I'm not just trying to be a frontline tank, because that's not Fiora's job, right? Fiora's job is to do something else. Here I almost died. I used riposte to prevent one tick of ignite, and then I got a shield from Orianna, so that's good as well. I literally write here, thank you Orianna, because उसने legit मेरे को help किया for this point. So it's looking good. If I just look at gold leads right now, I'm very close to finishing. I'm finishing. My power spike is done. 2 items. I'm ready. 7.3k gold. Renekton's 1-4. He's around 900 gold behind me. He's also finished 1 item. He's put some item in teleport as well. We tried to contest for the dragon, but I think it's a little bit too late. So we let it go. Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. So I'm looking good for now. As a Fiora, I'm pretty strong. And this is the point where we want to take the bot lane tower, so we go for it. And the team is just looking to dive, which is great, right? They end up getting a kill. They get the Graves in this point, and now we are like 5-manning the bot lane, which is honestly not a bad call, because you get free tower. Mid pe anyways tower to hai nahi, to unko kuch mil nahi raha in that process. And I will just take bot lane now, because Baron's top side, which means as a Fiora, if you end up buying teleport, you play on the long side of the lane, right? And now we're just looking for kills. Kazakh's little bug is too buggy at this point, but it's looking good. So I know Fiora, let's keep looking for opportunities. You never want to fight 5v5, but if you can get like a 3v3 or 2v2, it's always good. And for me, right, I just want to push towers whenever I'm playing ranked, right? Like, it's all about objective. Jitna tum towers loge utna better hai. So we're trying to get some towers going in the process. Akali ends up ulting this thing, and Orianna flash in the process. And I think here we are like, you know what, guys, overstay, guys, let's go back a little bit. But I think I am very aggressive, because I realize, you know what, though he hai. So two things, right? I ignited her. I know that उसपे 2 stack है. All I need to do is flash auto and get it. And again, my thought process of going ahead and doing this is that I know that मैं left से exit कर सकता हूँ, right? And this is me limit testing on my champion, because like I know I can kill the Akali, right? And I know if I kill the Akali, then we can win the other fight, because Jinx is already backing. So what I do is just go ahead and go for it. Press my alt, kill her. Come on this side, press my riposte to prevent the Renekton stun. Brom follows up beautifully. Get the Brom as well. Then I go after the Janna, because why the fuck not? Then I go after the thing as well. Quadra. Wanted the Penta. Really wanted the Penta right there. But theek hai. So this is what I mean, right? These are the kind of things that, honestly speaking, the best Fioras in the world will do, right? They will find opportunities and they will outplay the fuck out of you, right? And this is what maybe he try kar raha tha, because I know that I could kill the Akali and I could lunge from the left, and then I know that my riposte was still up, so even if some damage came, I should be fine with it. So that is where I feel like, you know, Fiora as a champion is limited by your own potential to play her, and if you can find those kind of plays, you basically are a god. Now here we get another kill on Akali. Akali thought ki teleport karna would be better. I know my team is securing dragon. I don't think Baron, I don't think they need me, and I'm just like back off. But I realized that, okay, what, you know, I think too early to do Baron call. 10.5 minutes mein honestly dead time itne hote nahi hai. So I'm just looking to push out as well. My third item already on my way to a dead stance. Now I could build teleport and split push as well, but generally I agreed on my items, so I mean, that's something you could call it. But it's looking very good right now. That quadra kill at the end really helped bolster my gold lead. I'm 10k to 7.5k. So Renekton to bhai ho chuka uska game. He from the laning phase only he died, and now I backed because no vision of the map. Pata nahi kaun kya hai. Otherwise wo marta tha. Like if he stunned me like that in my face, bhai tu marega. So at this point, I'm super strong. I don't fear anybody, and I know the Brom is following me, right? So, you know, as long as I have someone like that, it's always good. Sit in a camp, get a thing or two, get kills. It's good. Pick Slither, right? This is very important, right? And the thing is, like, none of these guys are with me as a duo tribe. I'm playing solo right now. The fact that the Brom like understood how I'm playing, because he knows that I'm a chutia, crazy, aggressive fuck who's playing like a madman. So let me just stick with him, maybe get a couple of kills. So that's actually really good, and he helped me out there. I might end up dying a couple more times in this game because, why not limit test. I know the Akali's there. There are on my pings waiting for the team. See, this is where you play a little smart, and now we know that, okay, Akali, I think Jana is dead, we can do Baron. And my job, I want to secure this, but I really just want to zone out the Graves, right? Someone has to zone out the Graves. So I'm trying to find where he is. The moment I see him, right? Oh, he just jumps in right here. But thankfully, the smite barely lands. Little bit of 50-50, I have to say. He just jumps into the tower. And I think Brom should have been the one to do it. But doesn't matter. We come for the cleanup. Ult goes on to the Renekton. And at this point, you just back off because you know the HP near. Play to your limits. Know when you can fight, when you cannot fight, and back. I played to that point. जहाँ तक मेरा damage आ सकता था. I had no mana, no HP. उसके बाद I stopped. We get the Baron, life is looking good. We get kills, life is looking good. 4 for 3 hua. Sadly enough, we lose 3 people in the process, but I still have Baron, and I'm looking to make use of that if I can. Now, when you're this far ahead in the game, fuck ADC. You are the carry now. 11-2-5 का scoreline चल रहा है. I know that I'm going to be the primary carry of this game. हक से low है red buff. If you are playing Baron lane and you know that you're the carry, ADC चुपचाप बैठ के, just let him follow whatever he can. ADC is not playing bad too, don't get me wrong, but I'm just like that confident that I feel my red buff value will be a lot higher than his. A lot of people will disagree, but fuck you, I'm the one carrying, so I'll do it. At this point, my Kaisa is like playing very objective focused. I like she's going for the dragon. I think she does get it. Meanwhile, I'm just like, you know what, I know she got it. I know there's no back, there is back eventually, but I'm looking to catch the Graves, which I do see at this point, and I think I tried to go after him. Never mind, I get this thing. So I'm looking good with Fiora. This is what you want to do: play a side lane, keep split pushing. Now here, ideally, the team makes a mistake. They should just push mid. Let me push solo. So anyone who's playing competitive, आपको team fight because we खेलना है, right? Let Fiora play one lane, you all play the other lane, right? Because Fiora will go in and out, will get towers, and if they send 3 people to stop the Fiora, then you can always go up mid जाके बाकी tower ले सकते हो, right? Now technically you could do 1-3-1 push too, but because Kaisa had Baron, right? Kaisa should have gone mid lane and taken the Baron with her, but she decided not to, and then everyone came here because why the fuck not? So we get a tower, I think, but I felt like बहुत force लग रहा था मेरे को ये. And we ended up like dying, like Brom died in the process, and I think I go in ham, but then I'm also very low, and the Jinx is doing a little bit absurd amount of damage, so I just back off. But thankfully we get the pick off onto her as well, and I just back off because I'm very very low right here. So here the call should have been for Kaisa to go mid, and then for us to just force them onto situation. The Renekton would have been just split pushing, right? Yeah, हमारा easily double tower होता, instead we just got 1 tower for free. And now Mr. Renekton, I don't know what he thinks he's doing. He's tilt pushing. Actually, this is a term for it, right? When you're so behind in the game that you don't know what to do, you just tilt push, right? So he's tilt pushing or side lane, dies in no process. Mid ka tower bhi chala jata. So we're looking in a good spot right now. Gold lead you can see already is around 10 to 12k. So I'm in a great spot too. I continue my split push. I'm like, guys, team will do its job. Team is doing its job on the left, on the right. They're taking towers. I'm the one pushing this. This is how you should be playing with Baron as well. Like three level split is what's supposed to be happening. Now here, I think we are able to get the top lane tower. वो अच्छी बात है because now we're able to get more objectives because सबका gold मिलता है, पूरा map खुल चुका है. All the inner towers are gone, only inhibitor towers are remaining. Now I think we have to wait for the next dragon or Baron because बाकी ये tower siege करना थोड़ा hard होगा without a Baron minion. So right now I know that that's going to happen. All I'm doing is just keeping the pressure here, trying to push wherever I can because we don't win these fights. And my Kaisa gets caught up honestly, and we try to go after the Renekton. Renekton also flashes away. I think this is crazy this fight. I'm not looking to go in. I'm like, fuck this, bro. नहीं होने वाला. What I do see is that there is an option to kill the Graves, but decided not to. And we just back off. I'm like, guys, don't throw. आगे ही हो, क्यों करना है, chill मारो, 22 सेकंड में Baron आ रहा है, ले लेंगे. And I'm just playing aggressive because I know that they can't catch me at this point, so I'm fine with this. थोड़ा सा push करके aggressive कर लिया. I don't know if I have anything to buy at this point, but I'm just looking to play a side lane and just keep pushing. At this point, do I get a teleport? Probably not, I should. But I'm fine about it. I'm like, okay, anyways, I'm going to help them with the Baron only. And we see Jinx bottom. And this is a mistake that, again, people make, right? Like, you should send your guy who has teleport in the bottom lane because agar they see a Jinx here, then it's an easy call for people to do Baron. And again, I don't know what this Renekton is doing. Trying to think he can 1v1 me. But here, thoda life mushkil ho chuka hai because it's a 3v1. I try to do as much damage. So here in situations, right, when you know that there are a lot of people with you, try to do as much damage before you die. किसको भी मारने मार लो, just do damage. एक पे टनल होके अगर तुम डैमेज नहीं कर रहे ना, that's actually bad. So रेनेटे मेरे हाथ से दूर चला गया. I'm like उस पर टनल नहीं होता, जो सामने उनको मारो. मेरे को पता है मेरी टीम आ रही है, they will clean up. As long as you keep doing damage now, there will be someone other who will clean up. So यहाँ पे जो मेरे को मिल रहा है मैं damage कर रहा हूँ at this point, right? And I end up dying in the process, but my team gets the Renekton, and then Kha'Zix comes in for I think what could be a potential cleanup. I'm not sure, but I think the Braum here, yeah, they get the kill. So yeah, the cleanup did happen. The cleanup came later. Here comes Jinx as well, caught in a bad place. They tried to chase me, they died in the process. ये भाई साहब भी थोड़ा अलग ही लेवल का चेस किया, बट इट्स गुड. ट्रिपल किल फॉर द गाइस. आई थिंक क्वाड्रा मिलता है, एंड दैट्स गोना बी गेम. So just by creating pressure and forcing them on me, right? And my team was anyways at Baron, I was able to get a lot. So this is what you mean when you want to create pressure with the Fiora, and you know, you need to play aggressive, you need to be dominant, and uske through ही you'll end up winning games. And this is what happened in this game as well. Like I ended the game with 12-13-7, and it doesn't matter तुम्हारे सामने master है, grandmaster है, जो भी है. If you're confident with your champion and you know how to push your abilities to the maximum, then I think Fiora is one of the best Baroness to play. So that's basically the end of the game. If you look at my damage, 31,000. Fiora grass procs super great right now, and generally like you go with this build, you won't go wrong here. And I feel like she's one of the best banlane champions if you know how to play her. वो skill तभी आता है when you keep limit testing. So one tip of advice, if you want to learn Fiora, keep playing her till you are very confident. And once you're confident, then you will have a lot of games where you will always win lane. Most of my lanes on Fiora, games on Fiora, I always win lane. If I lose, it's only because team gap or whatever, things like that, right? Lane कभी नहीं हारता मैं Fiora से. So that does it for this video, guys. Thank you for watching. I will end up doing more gameplay videos of other champions, hopefully in the channel soon. But if you like this kind of videos, do let me know in the comments below अगर ये आपको और देखना है, and I will try to cover more gameplay guides and videos for other champions very soon. So thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys for the next one.